Just trying to get this on here straightish. And it's always a challenge for some reason. Hey, Jen. Let me go full screen so I can. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Jane. And thanks for sharing, everybody. I think that looks okay-ish. It's not exactly straight. Maybe I'll... Hey, Diana. Hi, Susan. There, that looks pretty good. And just in time because it is now 6:30 on a Tuesday, which means it's time for Tiger Stamp Club Live, where we make great cards. And I know I've used this set before, probably the last... Hey, Molly, I finally got your card in the mail, so you should be getting it soon. Hi, Anita. Now I've forgotten what I was going to say. About the card tonight. I'm using the Simply Beautiful set again because I ran across another great card that I thought one of you should be able to win. And we'll take a look at that here in a minute. But this is really a really great set. I've used it several times now. And each time it looks a little bit different, I think. Anyway, let's get on with the Stampin' Up! News. There is going to be a crafting class, a virtual crafting class on February 19th at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So they are later than us, so it'll be 1 p.m. here. No, they're earlier than us, so it'll be 3 p.m. here. And... it's going to involve the Lovely Blossoms suite. And I did this card class last time they did it, and I really did enjoy it. And I thought the cards were really good. So if you're at all interested, they have a special Facebook group that you'll join for the class. You'll just need to make sure that you have the Lovely Blossoms suite collection and that you have purchased the class. So I'll post this on our Facebook group page so you'll have it to download. But I really do think it's a fun time, and I was happy with the projects that we did. And I think they're advertising this is going to be great for the avid card maker, which we all are. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Leah. Anyway, so if that's at all interesting to you, just let me know. If you, I'm going to post this so you'll have all the info. It's now February. Can you believe it? And today starts the time where you can start redeeming those bonus day coupons that you earned in January. So hopefully you saved all those emails with those coupon codes. I just want to remind you that you have until the end of the month to redeem any of the bonus coupons that you've earned. That starts today. Oh, look, here's another thing about the class. I really liked it, so I wanted to mention it twice, I guess. They have a joining offer during the month of February where you can earn this brand new stamp positioner for free. And I think it costs $49, but it's not going to be available for customers to buy until I think they're saying September, maybe. But right now, it's an exclusive offer. If you want to join Stampin' Up, you can get this for free in your starter kit. And that means for $99, you can pick out $125 worth of items from any current catalog, and you get to choose all the items. So $125 worth of stuff for $99 plus this brand new Stampin' Positioner. Anyway, if you're at all interested in that, let me know. Or if you have a demonstrator that you work with, let them know. They'll know exactly how to help you out. I think we're back now. How you get the product of the month is for any $75 or more order that you place, you can buy this 12 by 12 designer series paper stack for $5. And I know that I almost put in an order like, okay, hold on. Ooh. Sorry. Okay, I think we're back. Man, sorry about all this. You know those spam phone calls that you get on your phone? Well, they all seem to hit when they think that I'm live on my phone. And I thought I had lost connection, but I think I'm back. I've got to find a better way to do this. Okay, I see that I am back. Let me see. Anyway, I got to figure out how I can make sure. All right, I think that's good. Okay. Woo! They don't make it easy. Do you guys get those calls all the time? Those calls constantly? They just drive me crazy. Anyway, quickly, the brand new February product of the month is out. It looks like really cool DSP, and you can buy it for $5 with any $75 or more order. Okay? And I will post about that on our site as well. Let's take a look at this very pretty card. Can you hear me? Everybody good? No, I think it's my connection, guys. But hopefully you can hear me. And here is the card that I'm using. I saw it. Okay, you can hear me. I saw it and I fell in love with the colors and the arrangement. Let's talk about the items that I'm going to use to make this card. First and foremost, we have the Simply Beautiful bundle. And here are the stamps. And so you can see the stamps are a combination of images and sentiments. And then really all I've used on this card from this set is the dies. And these dies just make the most beautiful flowers. And so I really do love this set, as you can tell by the number of times that I've made a card with it. And then we're going to be using another die from this Nature Symphony just for this. Let me refresh on my computer so I can see what's going on. Okay, I think I'm back. Anyway, so the Simply Beautiful set, the Nature's Symphony set, And then my sentiment is from January's product of the month, which it was a sentiment stamp set, and we're using this happy birthday today. All right. I'm also using this lovely Stripes 3D embossing folder. It is amazing. If you're like me and just a fan of embossing folders, this one is really, really nice. It's called Lovely Stripes 3D, and you're going to see that. Now, I did hear about people saying that it die cuts so strongly that sometimes it cuts the paper. And on mine tonight that I just ran through, it did do that. But I think it's going to be fine because the area that it cut apart is going to be covered up. But I've used it several times, and this is the first time that that's happened. But I really do love this embossing folder. And then tonight, because I didn't know what she used, I am using these neutral matte dots for my bling. All right, so let's bring over my pieces. Hopefully I have them all here. And let's talk about what you'll need. Let me get these all sorted out for you. So these two pieces go together to build the large flower, and you need one set of those. And then these two pieces go together to build the smaller flower, and you're going to need two sets of those. And I die cut these out of basic white, and you'll notice this time the artisan that I'm casing, her name is Yvonne Spickman van Bruggen, and she's from Denmark, I believe. She's over there in Scandinavia somewhere. And she left all the innards that die cut in her flowers and in her leaves. And so that's what I did. So I die cut them, and then to make sure that they stayed in, I just used tear and tape on the back to kind of hold those inner pieces in place. I did that on the big flower die cuts and the small flower die cuts and on the leaf die cuts. So you need one set of the big flower. You need two sets of the small flower. And then there's 3 different dies in the set that cut sleeves, and you need one of each of those. And then out of Lemon Lolly, I have cut 1 large flower center and 2 small flower centers. And then, using that large leaf die from Nature's Symphony that I showed you earlier, I die cut 2 of these leaves out of Granny Apple Green. And we're going to use those. And then here's that sentiment from the January product of the month. Happy birthday. I stamped it on basic white using Granny Apple Green ink, and then fussy cut it out. All right, I believe that's all the pieces that we need. Okay, standard basic white cardstock. Easy for me to say. Yes. Yvonne Spickman van Bruggen. So you can see right here on this amazing piece of embossed paper, it did a little bit too deeply right there, but it's not bad enough for me to use another piece and do again, because I'm going to just add some adhesive to this, and it's going to go onto our page, our card base. Oh, see, it came apart, came all the way apart. But I think it's fine. We're going to see. And if necessary, I can do it again. I'm trying to save paper, although in my classes, people that come to my classes, when, like maybe they'll mess up something and they're just too shy to ask for another piece of paper. And they say, no, I'll make it work. And I'm like, come on, it's just a piece of paper. Let me move this up so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to move all this to the side for a minute and all this to the side since I realized I was off camera. Here we go. So that had come apart in two different pieces. Got glue on my finger. And so I just glued it together, and here is that piece where it came apart. And I think it's going to be totally unnoticeable once we get going here. All right. So I'm going to set this aside now. And I'm going to bring over a piece of grid paper. I'm going to fold it in half so it'll fit here. And we're going to do some inking. I'm going to bring over my flower pieces. And I'm going to take some Melon Mambo here and a blending brush. And yes, I could do this on my glass mat and not have to do it on paper, but then it just gets, for filming purposes, for recording purposes, it's just too much. So I'm gonna blend on this piece of paper here. And so I'm going to start here. Again, this is Melon Mambo. And I'm going to try and get it darker in the center and then lighter as you go out. So that's pretty good for what I want on that. And let's do this one. And I am trying to get some color, not all the way to the end, because I like the white tips, but some of the lighter Melon Mambo towards the end, like that. And we're going to do the same thing with these little pieces. Try to see what's going on there. Oh, I know what happened. There we go. And then it's a little bit... You have to be a little bit more careful on these smaller pieces. But I'm amazed at how well Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo go together. I guess pink and green do go together very well. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer says if you spritz your paper before you use that embossing paper or embossing folder, then it has a tendency to not cut through the paper. Thanks for sharing that, Jen. All right, one more and we're done with the flowers, the inking for the flowers. All right, we're gonna go with that. Now that's the flowers, and now for the leaves, we're gonna use Granny Apple Green. Put this aside. My fingers are all sticky now. All right, let me bring over my leaves. And I got a small blending brush for this one. Oh, that comes on strong, so just a light touch to add some color to these die cuts. And yes, I could, oh, I got some on my finger. I could die cut these out of Granny Apple Green if I was in a hurry. I guess I would, but you get such a more artistic flair when you ink up, because the color's not all even. You get variation in the color, and it just, to me, it looks more artistic. But you could just die cut these out of Granny Apple Green and be good with it. But this is what Yvonne did, so that's what I'm doing, right? Plus, I like the way it looks. Okay, and you can see that I left some white there, and I'm good with that. I like that variation in color. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my two big pieces. And we're going to put them together. Oh, let me close this up. Make sure I'm on camera here. And I'm just trying to find where it fits together, where the flower would look the fullest. And I think that's it right there. So I'm trying to decide, do I use a dimensional? I think I'm going to use a dimensional on this one because I didn't use it on the other one. And I like the way it came together, but I'm just going to try what, I mean, it's going to have a lot of dimension on it anyway. So I'm going to put that there. I think that's the way I like it. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so that flower is done. Again, I think that works like that. So let me get a mini dimensional. Let me see, was it like that? Oh, gotta take that off. I think that's good. And then do it one more time for this one. Yep, that's it. There we go. Now, before we do anything else, I'm going to move these off to the side. We are going to add some splatter to this, if I can find, let me see here. Did I put it back? Hold on. Yeah, I think this is it. All right, so I'm taking my Stampin' Blends, my Melon Mambo Stampin' Blends, and I'm gonna get my bone folder. I'm gonna put these kind of together, and I'm going to just pounce this on my bone folder and just add some splatter to these flowers. Again, another very artsy-fartsy thing to do, and I like it. All right. Now we're going to put the flower center on our big flower. And our little flower. And my fine tip glue gun that I like to use fell off my desk and went to La La Land because I cannot locate it. I know it's down there somewhere. It's crazy. All right, there are our flowers. Look how pretty those flowers are. You know, I think just spritzing them up or, you know, sprucing them up like that just makes all the difference in the world. All right, now I'm going to, let me see this card right here so I can see what I did on the other one. All right, so now we're just going to arrange this on our card. So I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to the back here. And I'm kind of keeping them centrally located because I need to sneak some stuff behind it. And this is going to be coming off this way, I think. Right about there. And then this is going to go right about there. I like figuring out where I want my main elements to be, and then all the supporting pieces you can sneak behind. Something like that. All right. And now I'm going to take my paper snips here and I'm just going to snip off this piece right here, add some adhesive. This is going to sneak back here. then I'm going to snip this piece off. It's going to be right about there. And then here's my second one. And for my second one, I just want this large leaf right here. So I'm going to snip it off. Now, as you guys are watching, remember, if you comment during tonight's video, then your name will go into a drawing to win this card. And if you share tonight's video, then your name will go in twice. All right, and I'm just trying to figure out which part of this I want. And I think I just want these two right here. If I can just pick it up, should be able to with my sticky fingers. And that's going to go right there. So we're building the background. And I'm going to take my largest leaf, and die cut leaf that is, or inked up die cut leaf that we had before, and that's going to go there. I think these were more between these two flowers here, so let's see if I can make that work. It's going to be a little bit different than my other one. I got my placement different, but that's all right. That looks good. I'm just checking. Looks pretty good. All right. And then on this happy birthday, she fussy cut this out. And then I also noticed when I was putting together my example card that she cut the words apart. I didn't notice that right away until I was putting it together. And I was like, oh. So this is going to go across here. And I know some of you do not like to fussy cut. But I think she did it because then more of the pretty flowers show through. That's my theory anyway. And this is going to hang off. And so I am going to, actually I'm going to double stack this. Do I need to double stack? Yes, I think I do. I need to double stack because I forgot I added dimension to the flowers themselves, and I didn't on my first card. So I'm double stacking the dimensionals right there, just on this end. And then on this end, I'm going to just put adhesive, a little bit of adhesive, just so it stays in place. And this is going to go right about here. Okay. And on this one, I'm just going to add adhesive, I believe. It's going to go. Something like that. I put it down and then my sticky fingers pull it back up. But that is basically it, like that. What do you guys think of that? Isn't that pretty? And I thought she had really narrowly fussy cut that out. And then when I looked again, it wasn't as much as I thought. Let me show you what I did. See how I just really got in there close when I fussy cut? I like the way that looks, but I don't think that's what she did. At first I thought that's what she did, but then she did, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't do that on this one. All right, now I have a bow that I have tied out of white baker's twine. And we're going to put that behind the end of one of these flowers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a glue dot. And I'm going to put it on my bow. And then we're going to sneak it under here. See if I can do that with my take your pick tool. I'm going to sneak it under here. And it's going to make sure that the bows come out. Actually, that's a little bit better than on my example card, because my example card was all twisty on one side. Just going to trim the edges here. And then we're almost done. I'm going to take my matte dots and add some matte dots just to finish out this look. And now she used something different. I just happen to have these here. I'm going to stick with my plan here. These are neutral matte dots. We don't want black. Let me see if I can put him back on. Problem is my sticky fingers here. Okay, so neutral black dots. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a big one of this white. We're going to just do tone on tone. Let's see if I can get some more of that come out. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to do tone on tone, so I need a big one here, and then a smaller one here, and here, so that's 3. And then let's see, what else did I do? Okay, a big one here. Big one here. Smaller one here. And then a smaller one here. So 7 in total. That's what she did. So that's what I did. And in no time at all, we have just the loveliest little happy birthday card. You can tell that you put some love into this card by all the fancy stuff that you did. We ink blended, we splattered, we die cut, we fussy cut, and we blinged up this fancy birthday card for somebody that we love. Hey, Denise. Hey, Susan. Even through all the technical glitchy stuff that those calls tried to put in on us, we persevered. We made a beautiful card. And now we have a lovely greeting to send out. Again, let me just show you the major players. Was this Simply Beautiful. I should probably show you the dies since that's all we use, but it doesn't have the name on it. And then we used the Fabulous Sayings, which was January's product of the month. And I forgot to look to see if it's still available because, you know, if you place a qualifying order of $75 and last month's product of the month is still available, you can get that instead. So anyway, this may still be available. I just forgot to look. Sorry, guys. But anyway, that is our fancy card for tonight. What do you guys think of it? Don't you think this is beautiful? I love the pink and greens. I love the fancy stuff that we did. And I just think it makes a beautiful, beautiful card. I love this 3D panel in the background. Now, she used a different one. I think she used the the mini corrugated 3D embossing folder, but that one is no longer available. So I used this one. And, you know, even though it tore into two different pieces, no one could tell. We made it look good. It still looks great. And anyway, so that's my card for tonight. Guys, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you have questions or want to get anything that you've seen, let me know and I'll help you out. If you do have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you work with, by all means, order through them and you'll make their day. Thanks for being here, guys. I'm going to clean up here. I'm going to go through the comments, answer any questions that you may have, and we'll do the drawing here pretty soon. Hey, Jill, glad you're here. Hey, Yvette. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.